Thank you so much for joining me today. So we still have the moon in hot fiery Aries, and the moon is in slightly hard aspect with some very difficult planets. There's quite a strange conjunction going on in the sky. I think we're all feeling it. It's very intense, and we have to be very wary of how we are reacting and responding in our relationships. So it's really about working towards tolerance. Today, everything's kind of a bit over the top, and we might end up eating too much, or emotional eating, or just spending too much, which is not going to surprise me with a day away from our lockdown here in South Africa. So let's begin. Right, you can sit in a cross-legged position on a block or on the floor. If you're comfortable in this position, you can place a block underneath you, or if you have a thick book, then you can place the book underneath you. That helps just to take some of the strain off the knees. But if you have any knee issues, rather sit in a cross-legged position. So we're going to interlace our fingers, place the fingers underneath the chin, bring the elbows together, and we're going to breathe in. And as you breathe in, you're going to lift the chin, but you're not going to crunch too much into the back of the neck. As you exhale through the nostrils, you're going to bring the elbows together. So it's all nostril breathing. You're going to inhale. You're going to allow those ribs to flare and open up, filling the lungs. And exhale. You are squeezing all the stale air out of your lungs. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And release the hands. And place the hands onto your knees and just set your intention for your practice, whatever that might be, bringing more awareness into your life, more peace, more mindful living, whatever it might be, more self-control. Right, and then bring your weight forward onto your hands and knees. You can just move the block out the way, if you've got the block there. And you're just going to slap the feet out a little bit. And then bring the hands close just to in front of the knees. Dig the toes into the floor, and you're going to push into your hands and take yourself into a mini downward dog. Just to say hello to those hamstrings, and then walk your hands back towards your feet, and you're just going to drag your body from side to side. Looks like all the animals are joining me. It is around feeding time. And then back to center. You're going to bend the knees, and you're going to slowly roll up all the way, stacking one vertebra on top of the next until you come into a standing position. And then you're going to move your blocks or whatever out the way, come to the fronts of your mats. You're going to inhale, take your arms up, and as you exhale, tuck your chin and slowly roll down, and you're going to come onto all fours. Release the toes, bring the hands slightly in front of you. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to slowly lower down to the floor. You're going to inhale, lift your head, keeping your elbows tucked. You're going to pull your navel in towards your spine as you pull your tailbone back towards your feet. Drag your arms back towards you. Place your hands behind you. If it's comfortable to do so, you're going to lift your hips off your feet and stretch open the chest, stretch into the shoulders, and release and come back up again. Hands just in front of you again. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly, first the pubic bone. Don't let the shoulders creep up into the ears. Then the navel, then the rib cage, and then the forehead. You're going to inhale, lift just the forehead. Exhale, pull that navel in towards your spine as you again take your tailbone back towards your feet. And bring your hands behind you and just lift up here, and you're going to pulse it for 8, 7, 6. Just exhale, sharp little exhales out the nostrils. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down. You're going to come onto all fours. Bring your knees and your hands as wide as your mat can go, and you're just going to circle so that you warm into the spine and into the shoulders. 2 in one direction, 3 and 4, and you can just let your head move with it, let it go wherever it feels comfortable. So the other direction, 2, 3, 4, Come back to center, hands come back under the shoulders and just give it a little bit of a shake. Right. You're going to inhale, you're going to drop the belly into your cow position, and as you exhale, you're going to round up into cat, and then you're going to bring your hands back towards your knees, dig your toes into the floor, keep a rounded spine as you just slowly take your weight back. Knees are bent and your knees are into your rib cage, and then slowly take your heels to the floor and straighten out your spine. And then slowly come back down again. Heels to the floor, knees to the floor. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, round up to the spine, to the sky, and then release it back into your cow. Now you're going to keep that slightly forward tilted pelvis as you dig your toes in, move your hands back towards your feet again. And you're going to lift back up into your mini downward dog. This time, take your heels to the floor. Shrug your shoulders and then create space around the shoulders. Now without bringing your weight forward, you're going to inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your heels off the floor. Now if you need to keep your knees bent as you do this, that's like I am now, that's absolutely fine. Just depending on your hamstring flexibility. Keeping that weight as far back as you can. Pressing into all four corners of your hands. And let's do two more. Last one, and just hold it here. And then you're going to bend and stretch, and bend and stretch, and bend, and just hold it there. And then slowly release the heels to the floor. Come back down onto your knees. Come up and roll your shoulders back 4 times. 2, 3, 4, and then bring it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and then staying on our knees. You're going to extend the right leg out to the side, and you're going to bring your left hand onto the mat, and you're going to reach up, and as you reach up, pull your navel in towards your spine, and you just lift that foot off the floor, foot back onto the floor. Inhale and exhale and bring it over. Inhale in a flowing motion, exhale, lift that toe, look up under the arm. I want you to feel like you're just exploring your range here. So just as much as you comfortably can, just a few more of these. And just before you lift that leg off the floor, you really want to engage the core and engage the quad to help keep that leg up, and then release it down. And then bring your hands onto the floor, and you're going to take your left elbow up, looking up at that elbow, and you're going to thread it through. You're going to take it up and thread it through. You're going to take it up and thread it through. You're going to take it up. Now this time take your entire arm up. Reach your fingers to the ceiling. And then bring it all the way through. You're going to place your left ear onto the floor or onto your block or onto your book, whatever is comfortable. And you're going to reach your foot to your hand towards your toe. Take your other arm up and bring it over and tuck it into that thigh or wherever you can reach. Then try and sink and relax your neck down into the floor. And place the hand back onto the floor. You're going to come up and you're going to turn so that you've got your right foot forward in a lunge, heel underneath the knee, hands on either side of your foot. You're going to dig your back toe into the floor just to help you with your balance. And you're going to inhale, you're going to reach your arms up, open the heart, exhale, place the hands onto the mat. Now straighten both legs. Lift that toe. So it's inhale and reach and flow. Exhale and straighten and lift that toe. Inhale and reach. Hands to the floor and extend as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Place your toes onto the floor, and you're going to step that back forward, and then slightly pigeon toe that foot so that your heel intercepts the center of the back of your foot. And you're going to come up, bending your front knee into reverse warrior. So if you want to take it a bit wider, if you're very flexible, that's fine. If you tighten the hips, you're going to bring your foot slightly closer, but one leg's length is about right. And then you're going to straighten your front leg. Arms reach out to the side, palms facing the front, navel to spine. So breathe in, lift the crown up to the ceiling, lengthen the shoulder, neck, and drop the shoulders down. Flatten out the rib cage so your core is engaged. You're going to lift, give the pelvic floor a bit of a lift. You're going to inhale, lift those knees, and as you exhale, you're going to reach over to the side and place the hand onto the inside of the leg. Other arm goes up and reach behind you as far as you can. And just feel where the stretch is. Lift the toes up and place them back onto the floor. And just feel the natural arch of the foot. Both feet lift slightly as you press the ball of the toe in. Right, you're going to bend into the front knee and go straight into reverse warrior again. And cartwheel your hands back down into your lunge, knee onto the floor and back onto all fours, and just stretch it back and then come back up again. We're moving a little bit faster than normal today. And now we're going to extend the left leg out to the side. And you're going to take your arm up to the ceiling, inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to reach over. Place your hand under your shoulder, core to the spine as you lift that leg and reach. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And just keep going. And you should just enjoy this movement. Just let it flow with the breath. Just keep going. Keeping your awareness internalized in your body. Let's do one more. And then come up and you're going to put your hands on the floor in front of you. And you're going to now take your right elbow up to the ceiling and thread it through. Right elbow up again, thread it through. Right elbow up again, thread it through. Now this time you're going to take your arm up. So straighten the arm and then thread it through and come down onto your right ear. Reach for that toe. You can actually hold the toe if you want to. Other arm goes up to the ceiling. Try and relax your neck into the floor. Your head is on a block if you need to have it on a block. Take your hand behind you. Hook the thigh. And just see if you can relax into that. Doesn't matter if you don't have your toe, it's just about working within your own range. And then release it, hand to the floor, coming back up. And you're going to now turn to face your left leg and extend your right leg behind you, checking that your heel is under your knee, getting ready to lift your arms up to the ceiling, opening your heart. Exhaling, hands come to the mat, and you're going to straighten both legs and lift your front toes off the floor. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, open. Exhale and extend. Inhale, open. Exhale and extend. And let's do one more. Inhale, exhale and extend. And then place that foot onto the mat. You're going to step your back foot slightly forward. Bend into your front knee as you reverse cartwheel back into your warrior. Your reverse warrior. And then straighten your front leg and face the front. Palms face the front. Lift your knees, lift your toes off the floor. Plant them back onto the floor. Press into the ball of the foot. Flatten out the belly. Soften the shoulders. Find your crown and lift it up to the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, reach over into your triangle. Trikonasana. And you're going to look up at that hand, pressing into the space behind you, and just keep lifting your knees and keep breathing. And just find that subtle movement that comes with the breath. You're going to bend into your front knee and go straight into your reverse warrior. And then cartwheel your hands down, back to the floor. Bring that leg back, push back into downward dog. Step your feet apart slightly, walk your hands back. And holding it there, shrug your shoulders and then release your shoulders. Now lift your core into your spine so that it's supporting you. And you're going to lift your right hand off the floor, just slightly. Feel the weight wants to shift, put that hand back down. Lift the left hand off the floor. Now you do not want to shift your weight at all. Keep your weight absolutely centered. Now you're going to take your right hand up to the side so that you're just balancing on the one hand. If you can, you're going to start to lift the left foot off the floor and take it up, keeping the hips square. So you're not going to open it up into a split. If you find yourself falling over, just go back and try again. Try not to judge. Put the hand back onto the floor, foot back onto the floor. Anchor yourself now onto the right hand. Take the left arm up to the side. Find your weight. Find the stability in the right shoulder by drawing it down and keeping the neck long. Spread the toes of the left foot. Press into the ball of the left toe. And slowly bring the left leg up, keeping the hips square. Don't let that right shoulder collapse. And then slowly bring it down. Release the hand to the floor, release the knees to the floor. And stretch back into child's pose. Bring your arms around. Inhale through the nostrils and just sigh out the mouth. Sighing any tension, rounding your shoulders down to the floor. Just giving it all a break. Slowly roll up. Now you can always rewind the video and try that one again. You know what's expected, but you've got to keep a really strong core to maintain that balance. And even if you just lift the hand off the floor to start off with and not the leg, it's great. It's always good to try something new. Okay, so now we're coming onto our elbows. We're going to interlace our fingers but not squeeze them to death. And we are going to dig the toes into the floor. Now we have to press the forearms into the floor and lift up out of the shoulders so that the shoulders aren't collapsing when we do this. If there's any shoulder problem or an injury, you're not going to want to lift your knees off the floor. Otherwise, if depending on your strength level, you're either going to lift your knees or just off the floor, or if you can, you're going to straighten your knees and take your weight back, pushing strongly into the forearms. And then you're going to inhale and you're going to come forward and exhale and take it back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. Let's do it again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. Now you're going to step your feet a little bit further back. You're going to inhale, bring it further forward, but don't drop your hips. Keep your quads strong. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, take it back. Make sure your core is working strongly here. Exhale, take it back. We're going to do one more. Hold it here. And then release the knees to the floor. And slide your arms forward into a cat stretch, putting your forehead onto the floor or your ear or whatever feels comfortable. Just breathe in nice deep breaths. And again, you can take a deep breath in and just sigh out. And then drag the hands back towards the knees. Place the hands onto the knees and tuck the chin. Just stretching out the back of the shoulders, the back of the neck. And then release. Right, so that's all for today. A nice short one. You can come back onto your block or sit on your feet, whatever's more comfortable, or sit in your cross-legged pose, or even on a chair. We're just going to end with a little bit of centering around with all this crazy intensity. I cannot even begin to explain how intense it is. So we need to work positively with that by keeping a balance within ourselves so we don't react to things negatively. So just place your palms upwards on your knees, and you're going to bring your thumb to your pointing finger. And I want you to lift your crown up to the ceiling, Soften the shoulders down and find a neutral spine. Just feel your sit bones connected with the earth. Feel where the parts of your body that are touching the floor. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just relax your lower body downwards. As you inhale, I want you to lift your crown up to the sky, so your neck is getting longer. Get a whole lifting a sensation in the back of the head, so that you're not poking your chin forward. Just taking nice deep breaths in and breathing out. And then just notice with your eyes closed how your body feels after that. You might even sense the energy moving upwards. It all depends how sensitive and how connected and in touch you are with your own body. So just observe and notice the warmth in certain areas. Maybe it feels a little looser or softer. Just observe. And then just sense that stillness that comes with doing mindful movement. Yoga is about connecting with our higher self, our creator, our spiritual self, our guides, in whichever way you perceive it. It is about reconnecting with what is our absolute essence. So just feel that support that comes with that knowledge and that awareness. And just visualize yourself going out into the rest of your day or night, being the observer rather than the reactor. In conversations with your loved ones, there's a lot of stress at the moment, a lot of intensity. And the more you listen, the more you observe, the easier it becomes to maintain happy relationships. So see yourself as the observer. If you naturally talk a lot, just try and step into a new space of listening more. And then just allow your whole body to smile inwardly at that thought of having happy relationships. If you are alone, it is your relationship with yourself that is first and foremost. Bring your hands into your heart. Inhale. And as you exhale, just feel like you're planting the seed of that new awareness in the heart. That intention to be mindful in your relationships. How you react, how you respond, how you observe. Also setting the intention to support those around you that need it most. This is a time of giving. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a beautiful day. It doesn't matter when you watch this video. The effects of what happened when the video was actually being made will be with you in one or another way. It is the intention that counts. Thank you.